A'ja Wilson, the MVP of the WNBA, the greatest player in women's basketball that nobody cares about.
I mean, it's a mixture of both. Like, I want to be known as one of, like, when you're talking about GOATs of the W, I need my name to be up there, at least top 3. Like, that's my goal, is like, I want something like, when you're thinking of women's basketball, when you're thinking of the W, I want my name to be on it.
Come on, tell them, A'ja, tell them.
It takes, like, whatever it needs to get there, whether it's the rings, whether it's the accolades individually, like, I want to be up there in that category.
That conversation.
Like, I need that in order for me to sleep at night.
Forbes just released its 2025 list of the most powerful women in sports, and the rankings sent shockwaves everywhere. Sitting in the 4th spot, above executives, billionaires, and media moguls, is Caitlin Clark, the highest-ranked athlete on the list. Her name didn't land there by luck. Her rookie season didn't just make $8.1 million. It rewrote the entire playbook for what a professional women's athlete can pull in during year 1. But the real buzz is what's happening around her. Down at number 15 sits A'ja Wilson, and her reactions to Clark's rise have been getting louder and sharper with every new headline. People online have been pointing out this growing tension ever since Clark locked down that massive Nike contract, and every week it feels like something else pops up. The energy around this rivalry keeps getting messier, and fans are watching every move like it's a full-on showdown. Before diving into the breakdown, ask yourself this: why is A'ja Wilson looking so frustrated every time Caitlin Clark's name trends? The jealousy vibes are impossible to ignore.
Let's watch A'ja Wilson talk about her respect for Paige Beckers and how Beckers and Kelsey Plum understand their white privilege.
Paige Beckers! Us as black women, Paige reminds me a lot of you. Like, you say you're not really about me. And she knows how her privilege has gotten her to that point. And also, like, she's good at basketball, obviously. But, like, she understands her privilege. It's like what pushes her over the top, in a sense. It reminds me a lot of you. And I mean, that's a compliment.
Is that a compliment? Let's start there. Is that a compliment that she understands her white privilege?
Let's talk cash, because the numbers are wild. A normal WNBA rookie starts at around $60,000. That's the baseline salary almost every first-year player has accepted for years. Then in walks Caitlin Clark, earning $8.1 million right out the gate. And no, that figure is not exaggerated. That number alone had veteran players staring at their own bank accounts, realizing the entire structure of women's basketball earnings had officially reached a new era, all because of one player. Clark's official WNBA salary barely crept above the rookie minimum of about $64,000, but that small paycheck didn't even scratch the surface of what she was making off the court. While other rookies were sorting out rent, coping with shared apartments, and watching every grocery receipt, Clark was stepping into corporate boardrooms with executives offering deals so big they sounded unreal. She was negotiating numbers that could match the value of entire teams, and she was doing it before finishing her first year in the league. Then came the contract that flipped the entire sports world upside down. The Nike deal, 8 years, $28 million guaranteed, instantly set a new standard. That contract alone launched Clark into a financial lane no WNBA player had ever entered. Most veterans hadn't even seen endorsement offers that reached a fraction of that amount. Clark secured long-term generational wealth before even creating a full professional highlight reel, and that's something nobody in the league had ever pulled off. And Nike wasn't the only giant chasing her. The deal became a signal to other companies that if they wanted Clark's name, they needed to step up with something serious. Suddenly, endorsement opportunities started flooding in from every direction. Brands fighting for her image, her influence, and her connection to fans. Every new deal made her rise even more dramatic, and that surge only fueled more conversations, more comparisons, and more tension among players who had been grinding for years without seeing anything close. Clark didn't just change the landscape, she detonated it. Gatorade came knocking fast, and once Caitlin Clark signed that deal, she shot into a level usually reserved for worldwide legends. Think LeBron James and Serena Williams. That's the lane she entered the moment her face hit those Gatorade campaigns. No WNBA athlete had ever touched that kind of global shine, and Gatorade doesn't throw money at just anybody. They invest in people who can shift culture and move products like it's nothing. Then Wilson Sporting Goods stepped up and added even more power to Clark's growing empire. This wasn't some basic endorsement. This deal made her the official face of basketballs and equipment across major sports retailers. The last person to do something like that was Michael Jordan, which shows how seriously the industry views Clark's influence. Every time someone walks into a sports store and sees her smiling on a display, that attention turns straight into cash flowing into her accounts. Her speaking engagements became another massive money machine. Corporations started paying her appearance fees that were higher than what some WNBA players earn in an entire season. Companies weren't just booking her because she plays well. They wanted Caitlin Clark because she brings crowds, energy, and unstoppable momentum everywhere she goes. The TV numbers proved her impact better than anything else. Games featuring Clark shot up to 400% higher viewership compared to regular WNBA broadcasts. Networks began fighting over Indiana Fever rights like never before, and advertisers were scrambling to grab every available commercial slot during her games. Revenue streams that didn't even exist in women's basketball suddenly exploded into major profit sources overnight. Stadium attendance told the same story. Cities hosting Fever games broke ticket records over and over again. Merchandise sold out wherever she played, and local businesses near arenas reported huge spikes in foot traffic on game days. Clark wasn't just hooping, she was boosting entire city economies with every appearance. Her social media presence cranked everything up even higher. Millions of followers reacted to every photo, clip, and highlight she posted, giving brands the kind of marketing reach they could only dream about through regular ads. Companies noticed that Clark was pulling in whole new groups of fans who had never watched women's basketball before, and that shift turned her into a powerhouse far beyond the court. Her Forbes ranking as the top basketball earner made the financial gap impossible to ignore. Clark's $8.1 million towered over the next closest earner, Sabrina Ionescu, who came in at $6.3 million. That difference showed exactly how much more companies were willing to pay for Clark's rare mix of talent, charisma, and huge audience impact. Corporate leaders knew what fans had already been saying. Clark had a spark that couldn't be imitated or replaced. She brought fresh eyes into the sport while still keeping the respect of longtime supporters, proving that women athletes could hit earnings levels nobody thought possible when performance and personality lined up. Clark didn't just break financial records, she changed the entire blueprint of how far a women's basketball career could go in today's market. But not everyone handled that rise smoothly. Some veteran players watched with quiet frustration, and those feelings started to reveal cracks in the league's usual pecking order. Aja Wilson's frustration didn't appear out of nowhere. It built slowly, showing up in subtle posts and interview comments that exposed how she truly felt about Clark's skyrocketing fame. The tension started early, and it grew sharper as Clark's influence kept growing. The Nike deal was the first moment where Wilson's reaction really showed. While Clark celebrated one of the biggest endorsement contracts women's basketball had ever seen, Wilson went online questioning why rookies were getting perks she believed veterans had earned through years of work. She never said Clark's name directly, but everyone knew exactly who she was referring to. Then she began sharing old photos with Nike executives, as if to remind everyone of her own connections and history with the brand. That low-key messaging didn't stay low-key for long. It escalated fast. Aja Wilson began posting daily about veteran achievements, expectations for newcomers, and the importance of paying dues. Every post came off like a direct jab at Caitlin Clark's non-stop media spotlight. Her Instagram stories slowly turned into a rolling critique about hype, favoritism, and who truly deserved attention. Then came the "I've put in work too" vibe, her most urgent attempt to pull the spotlight back toward herself. Wilson started showcasing her Nike signature shoe from every angle, tagging the brand repeatedly and stressing loyalty, history, and time invested. Old throwback photos from past Nike launches, ones she barely posted before Clark entered the league, suddenly took over her feed. When Time magazine announced Clark as Athlete of the Year, things got even more tense. Wilson posted a one-sentence congratulations with zero excitement, which stood out immediately because she normally writes long, heartfelt paragraphs when celebrating other athletes. Fans noticed the shift, and comparisons spread fast across social media. Retail reports made the situation even tougher. While Clark's endorsed products were flying off the shelves, Wilson's signature shoes were still sitting in stores, headlines focused on Clark's sold-out releases, and that contrast only stirred up more conversations online. The frustration even spilled into Wilson's speaking engagements. For the first time, she began posting about her appearance fees and backstage moments, but the tone felt forced, almost like she was trying to prove she was still in demand. For years, she handled corporate events quietly, but Clark's high-profile bookings changed the entire energy. Her post shifted again, this time toward questioning Clark's influence on the sport. Wilson started highlighting veteran scoring records, long-term viewership contributions, and established achievements, framed in ways that clearly pushed back against Clark's growing spotlight. She used phrases like real impact and sustained excellence to subtly downplay Clark's meteoric rise. As the season went on, her commentary sharpened even more. Wilson dropped pointed remarks about hype versus consistency and the idea that true recognition should come from paying dues over time, not from sudden fame. Every new post added more tension, and fans could feel the rivalry heating up with every swipe. These posts weren't just random league commentary. Anyone paying attention could see the timing and wording were lined up directly with Caitlin Clark's rise. Every message dropped right after another headline about Clark, and the pattern made fans start talking non-stop. The situation showed something deeper going on for Wilson, at least in the way people were interpreting her reactions. This wasn't about team rankings or locker room dynamics. It was about watching a newer player suddenly become the main face of women's basketball almost instantly. Wilson had spent years building her reputation, shaping her brand, and becoming one of the league's most respected players, so seeing Clark gain massive attention in such a short time created tension that the public picked up on fast. What fans saw in Wilson's posts looked like someone struggling with having the spotlight shift so quickly, especially toward an athlete whose marketability and momentum were exploding at record speed. While Wilson remains an established star, the way she reacted came across to many people as difficulty adjusting to a new wave of attention centered around Clark. Clark's rise didn't just shake the league, it rewrote the entire power map. Fans saw every contract, every sold-out arena, every broadcast spike, and they knew the game had changed for good. Clark wasn't just another rookie with hype. She became the centerpiece of a whole new era, and the world watched it unfold in real time. Meanwhile, the tension around her only got louder. Every reaction, every subtle post, every side comment from veterans made the rivalry feel even more charged. People weren't just watching basketball anymore, they were watching a shift in who truly leads the sport, and Clark's name kept climbing higher with every step she took. Whether the league embraces it or not, a new chapter has arrived, and Clark is standing right at the front of it. The energy around her shows no signs of slowing down, and each move she makes keeps the conversation going stronger than ever. If you want the unfiltered updates, the behind-the-scenes drama, the stories the big networks try to soften, you already know where to be. Courtside Leaks is dropping every angle, every twist, every rivalry spark the moment it hits the surface. Stay locked in, this saga is only getting more intense. We've got every angle covered, every leak, every backstage twist, every moment they won't show you. Hit like, subscribe, drop a comment, and share this video. Stay locked in with Courtside Leaks, your home for the truth behind the WNBA headlines.